Welcome to Dependable Flame, where we explore vintage petrol lighters, ashtrays, tobacciana, and other useful mechanisms. Make yourself at home. Today we have a vintage Dundee, Japan Petrol advertising lighter with a very nice painted logo for the Chicago Automobile Show. Looks like maybe 3 or 4 colors of paint, and I believe the paint is 100% there. It's very nice, appears to be a fairly well constructed lighter, and pretty cool artifact from the past. I'm not exactly sure how far back. Did a little bit of research about the Chicago Auto Show, but couldn't match the logo. If anybody has any information about the history of the Chicago Automobile Show, make sure and leave that in the comments. There is a steering wheel with 2 hands. Looks like they are at not 10 and 2, but rather 4 and 8, and then a placard in front of that saying Chicago Automobile Show. This lighter shows wear, scuffs, scrapes, dings, scratches. The lid is not 100%. It holds tight, but it doesn't require much to bring it up. Therefore, it sort of clangs a little bit in your hand sometimes. Not bad. Just something I've noticed. You can see the emblem with it looks like we've got white and blue paint, and then just the silver from the lighter, so maybe just 2 colors of paint. My eyes aren't that good. We've talked about that before.
I can see well enough to see some blemishes in that paint, though.
If you enjoy watching videos about old petrol lighters, ashtrays, tobacciana, and other useful mechanisms, please subscribe to the channel. Please like the video you're watching. Tell your friends about the channel. Hit the share button, send that link off in a text, post it on social media, send it in an email, however it is that you communicate with folks nowadays, and let them get a look at it for themselves. As I was saying earlier, leave any comments or questions below the video. We would also appreciate it if you would follow and like Dependable Flame and DependableFlame.com across all the social media platforms. That'll be Pinterest, Facebook, Twitter, and of course eBay. Seems to be a pretty reliable lighting lighter. It lights very reliably, sparks very well, and as I've noted with many other Japanese flip-top style petrol insert type lighters, would display every bit as well as a Zippo does, every bit as handsome, and sitting on the shelf, most people would not know the difference. Most people. I realize lighter collectors are not most people. make sure you get over to eBay and check out the dependableflame.com store. Every purchase that you make there will benefit HDSA with at least 10% going to Huntington's Disease Society of America. And we also have 3 penny start auctions each month where 100% of the proceeds of those listings go to the charity. Start at a penny. I provide free shipping. High bidder pays the final high bid, which all goes to the charity. They get the lighter and everybody is happy. That looks to me like the same mark that I have seen on Penguin Petrol lighter inserts, but my eyes can't see the number. I think that's that P. What I said months ago looked to me like it resembled the Facebook symbol, but then I realized it was a P, but I can't really see very well. It might be something else altogether. A lot of those Japanese petrol lighters, though, depending on, they might have different brands stamped on them, but a lot of the other markings seem to be the same. Has the puzzle type scene and pretty well plated. Like most of them, it has what appears to be way too many holes in the windscreen, but that's alright. Doesn't appear to affect the way that it functions. I noted earlier that it had wear, scrapes, scratches, dings, all those sort of things, and you can see that depending on the light it is exposed to. Plenty of surface scratches, drawer wear, that sort of thing.
Paint loss or blemishes, but still a very nice lighter.
In good condition. The Chicago Automobile Show, from everything that I could find, well, which wasn't a lot, I just found some old ads and stuff. A bunch of new ads, just a few old ads, one from 1910. It's hard to believe that there were a whole lot of automobiles in 1910, but apparently Chicago had an automobile show. And then there was also one from 1974, which is a little bit closer to my era, definitely in my lifetime, from a newspaper article talking about the show. And it highlighted an Opel, which I remember the Opels being out on the road. Probably still some of them out there. But still didn't see anything about this particular logo or learn anything about when this lighter might have been produced. My guess would be sometime between the 60s and 80s. Most likely probably 60s or 70s. Could have been the 50s. Could have been the 90s. Maybe not that late, I'm not sure. So I'm kind of careful about what I call vintage. When appropriately, I think you're okay as long as it's 20-25 years old and you're referring to the vintage and the year, then I believe it's okay. But still, it just seems kind of wrong. An antique is 100 years old, and for me, vintage is, I don't know, at least as old as I am, or at least as old as when I was a child. So maybe the 80s. Where I would draw the line on vintage. But like I said, I think you're right using the word as long as you use the year. And it's just not exactly new. Vintage is definitely not as old as antique. Make sure to follow and like us while you're at eBay so you get the notifications when those new listings go up. Also, here on the YouTube channel, make sure that you hit the bell so that you're notified each time we publish a video, rather than just sitting around out there wishing that I was publishing one and you not knowing where it's at. Get that in your inbox every day. We publish a video every morning, 8 a.m. Central, Monday through Friday, holidays included. Until next time.